So I'm trying a new way to buy records from Japan. I placed my order a couple weeks ago and the package has arrived. In today's video, I'm going to open this, show you what's inside, and tell you how I got it. Alright, 33ers, happy Friday. How the heck you doing? Man, I gotta say, I am super excited to open this package. It literally just landed on my front door straight from Japan. I purchased these records using a service called JPFans. JPFans is a proxy service that operates out of Japan. You go to the JPFans website and you can search for products across a bunch of different marketplaces in Japan that typically don't ship outside of Japan. You pick the products you want, JPFans purchases them on your behalf, has them shipped to their warehouse, and then they package up the products and send them to you. So after I open this, I'll tell you exactly how much these records cost, how much the fees were, and how much shipping was. I'm also going to leave a link below this video to JPFans. If you use that link, you get a bunch of extra discounts, coupons, that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's dive into this.
Channel 33 RPM.
So I gotta say that these are Kiss records. I know that not all of you are Kiss fans, but just stick around to see how they packaged it. And then of course, to learn how much I paid for all this stuff. It seems to be packaged very well. There should be 3 records here. Anyway, I should show you this. It is packaged very well. Here's the first one. Check that out. Tell me if you have ever seen this before. This is the Elder. And the Elder is not a very popular Kiss record. It was kind of when they're still wearing makeup and they're trying to become a more serious band. And it's a concept album. And the album was produced by Bob Ezrin, and they were inspired by Pink Floyd's The Wall. Everywhere in the world, well, I'll show you what the actual album cover looked like. But Japan took a different take on it because they realized that no one's going to buy a Kiss album without Kiss on the cover. So, this is what they did there. So this looks like this record looks like it's sealed as well inside more plastic. Okay. So there's the cover. Aha. There we go. So you got the Obi strip here. This is such a funny face for Kiss too. It looks like Paul is ready to do aerobics after a recording session. So basically a paper insert that Japan used. And here's the actual album cover. But they put this on top just to let people, as I said, know that it's Kiss. It's basically one large Obi strip. So that's cool. I wanted one of these for years, and I've just never seen it here before. This album is fairly thick cardstock as well. So there you go. There's the gatefold. And this jacket, not only is it very thick cardboard, but this, for an album that was released in what, 81 I think. This looks flawless. Let's see what the record looks like and see what's inside. So like many Japanese releases, it comes with a Japanese lyric sheet, in English on the other side. There's the record. The Japanese love these rounded record sleeves. That is beautiful. Literally, it looks like it has not been played. This is another one, man, I've been looking for forever. This is Lick It Up, again with the alternative Japanese album cover. So Lick It Up came out in 1983 and was the first Kiss studio album without makeup. But again, Japan, they figured that wouldn't sell. So I think they put, it's basically, I think, another sheet of paper in front of the album cover. Oh, that's cool. It's like a gatefold piece of paper. I've seen these, I've read about these, but I've never held one of these in my hands. It's not a very good album cover, but I suppose it did the trick. On the back, it looks like that is... Okay, this is basically a history of Kiss, a chronological history. 1945, 1949, 1950. So I guess that's when the band members were born. And just different years, 73, 74, 78. So yeah, I'm sure that's a bit of a history on the band. And again, the lyrics, English and Japanese. That is really cool. And there is the album cover that we all know. I was going to say know and love, know and like. Yeah, it's not bad. There's the record itself, again in the rounded Japanese sleeves. Let's see how this one is. Yeah, again, that's flawless. The Japanese take such good care of their stuff. Not a blemish on there, not a scratch on there. I'm going to try this Proxy service again, man. That is really good. I like the label. They're still using the Casablanca label in 83. And it says there, lick it up, and then lick it up in Japanese as well. Very cool. I can't wait to spin this. And we got one more. This one is Kiss Killers. And Kiss Killers is a compilation album that came out after The Elder, and it was supposed to mark the return, I guess, of hard rock Kiss. And this was not widely available in North America, but there were a lot of import versions of it from Europe. But the Japanese version had, I think, 2 bonus tracks on it. Plus the obi strip and all that. I mean, to my ears, Japanese pressings tend to sound very good. And they're also very collectible, just for the bonus Japanese stuff, for like the obi strip, the bonus songs, that kind of stuff. And again, even the album covers, the cardboard, it's much thicker than what we got here. And again, this cover, excellent shape. Okay, look at the record in a moment, but let's see what other bonus goodies there are. Again, we got the lyric sheet in both English and Japanese. And this one, I've heard about this, but I've never seen this. And this did not come on the other version of Killers I have from Europe. It's a booklet. Kiss, full color super issue. Got pictures. Gene, Ace, Paul, and Eric. Then you got the back. And let's check out the record. This one is a bit dusty, but in terms of the actual record itself, it looks pretty flawless. So that is awesome. I'm really happy with these records. Okay, I'm pulling this up on my screen. So here is my invoice, and this is in Canadian dollars, but I will leave some price conversions on the screen. So Kiss Killers was Canadian $74.83. Lick It Up was $43.17. And The Elder was $63.89. The procurement service fee, $6.81. A secondary procurement fee was $9.54. Then I got a discount of $9.07 because if you use that link, you get a bunch of coupons and discounts. So it came out to around $200 Canadian, which is about $145 US. And shipping was $53.17. But again, I used a coupon and got a discount of $7.98. So shipping in total was $45.19. I did not pay any tariffs on this stuff. And what I really think, after pondering this for a while, I think that the key to using this type of service is to buy multiple products from multiple sellers and kind of bundle them together to save on shipping, because it ain't cheap to ship products from Japan. So yeah, very cool. Remember to use the link in the comments and in the video description to access some discounts. All right, 33ers, do you buy Japanese vinyl? How do you source it? Let me know in the comments below, because I love Japanese stuff. I'll be back really soon. Until then, keep on spinning.